Fill your thirst beside the river. Wash the journey from your hands. Feel the comfort flow inside you. Come this far, you understand. Fear's not allowed, where dreams can be lost or found.
Hello and welcome to Healing Outside the Box. I'm Rosemary Lachance, a Reiki energy healer and a spiritual advisor.
And I'm Jayne Power, author, angel channeler, and owner of an organic hair salon.
And we are dedicated to providing you with food for thought, information, and answers to all modalities of alternative healing, spiritual development, animal welfare, environmental concerns, and so much more in the form of guest speakers who are experts in their fields. We ask you to embrace the show with an open mind, and we will give you our contact information at the end of the show. Enjoy the show.
And we would love to hear from you if you have any show ideas.
Okay. And tonight is our 93rd show, and the title of the show is Juicing, and our guest tonight is Peter Olsen. Welcome, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
I can't reach you to shake your hand, but welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Peter.
Glad to be here.
Okay, I'm going to read your bio. Peter Olsen of Clinton is a longtime juicer and a 5.5 and a 5.5
year.
5.5 year runner. He has run 9 marathons. At the age of 57, he qualified to run the Boston Marathon. He ran the Boston Marathon in 2009 at age 58 in the time of 3 hours and 44 minutes. Now at the age of 60, he is on no prescription medication and feels better than he did 10 years ago. He has always cherished his good health and believes juicing is a tasty, easy way to maintain good health at any age. Peter saw a Vitamix demonstration at the 1964 World's Fair in New York and was fascinated by how it could take whole fruits and even a raw egg, including the shell, and make them into a tasty drink. In 1973 was the next time he saw the amazing blender at the Big E. He purchased his first Vitamix in 1974, and he began his juicing journey.
Wow.
Welcome, Peter.
All right, thank you.
Peter is my juicing guru.
Do you juice? I mean, do you eat regular food too, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Some
Yes,
people just
yes.
do nothing but juice.
No,
but
no. This was just a way, something I got into when I was single and needed to sort of find myself. We all know about the food pyramid, and when you take a look in this bowl, this is probably all the servings you need to get of fruits and vegetables. However, it looks pretty hard to do when it's in the bowl.
Yeah.
And very few people do it. Part of our problem here in the United States is that we don't have enough time to do everything. And we rush through our meals, and we don't chew our food enough. We eat and gobble it down and then get on. So if you think of the blender or the juicer as sort of chewing your food up finely for you, so that your body now, as it gets into you, just it makes all the nutrition in those fruits and vegetables easier to access to your body. So your body can do it more efficiently and gets all the nourishment right to you. What I hope to do tonight in the hour that we have is give you enough information that you can go out and evaluate a juicer and know what to do with it when you bring it home. There's a couple forms of juicing. Jack LaLanne made one type sort of popular. The juicing I do, some people might call it smoothies. It's the whole fruit. We take off very little, just what you wouldn't eat if you were eating this. So if you look at these, when you eat a when you eat an orange, you peel it off. That's all we do with this. The rest of the orange seeds and all goes in there. When you eat a banana, you peel the skin off and eat the rest of the banana. So it's very important when you first get into juicing that you wash your fruit very well. What I do is I have a separate bowl that I fill with water and a little white vinegar to help me cleanse the fruit. And I put that in there, let them soak for a little while. Then when I take them out, I rinse them. And you need a good cutting board, a bowl, a good blender for when you do the whole fruit juicing. I use a Vitamix. It's 2 horsepower. It spins at 32,000 RPMs. It will, as you'll see later on in the show, will take fruit like this and put it down right to a drinkable form in less than a minute. It allows you, pineapple, a very good fruit. It allows you to use the whole pineapple. You just cut as close to the skin as you can, and the hard center that basically everybody cuts around because it's too hard to chew carries a lot of the good bromelain that's in there for
arthritis and digestion, everything.
All the good stuff comes up through that, and it's where it's all concentrated. You put it in the Vitamix, and it's drinkable. Another part of the food pyramid that's part of the building blocks are the grains. I like to think of eating food closer to the source. So any of your seeds, your berries, that's about as close to the source of where food starts as you can get. Chia seeds are one of nature's bounties and provide you with carbohydrates and protein. It's also a very unique seed in the fact that it will absorb 10 times its weight in water. So if you run like I do in the longer races, this will help you stay hydrated throughout, which is very important. In the juices that extract the pulp and just give you the juice, you cannot juice a banana because it's all fiber. So some of the things that you need to do to get all of the good food in you, you need to be able to eat everything.
Did you say you peel the banana or no?
Yes, you do.
You do peel the banana, okay.
So just about, if you think of anything the way you would eat it, for instance, we have a mango that'll be in the juice tonight. I don't eat the skin, so we peel that off, and away we go. So the tools, these are what I consider the tools of juicing: a good bowl, a good cutting board, a good knife.
What do you use for a knife?
Well, I get some sharp ones. Usually I have another one that's got a serrated edge, and that it allows you to cut. This one is like a flaying knife, so it allows you to cut very close to the skin. So that's that. What's really nice about juicing this way too is the cleanup. I've mentioned before that we never seem to have enough time to sit down to a meal or anything like that. Well, at the end of making whatever you make, it literally takes you a minute to clean this machine up. You fill it about halfway full of water, a little soap suds in it, and you hit the button, turn it on high, and you're clean in no time. So
that's the best part of it.
Yeah, that is. I guess people have to evaluate, like you said, whatever juicer they want to have, whatever they want to use, and how they read the directions and so forth and so on. Yeah.
Another thing you want to get when you get into juicing is a couple of books. I consult this regularly. I have friends that have some ailments and in here,
It's called the Encyclopedia of Healing Juices. I'll see it unless you're sitting
What's
down
it
to get a
got?
close-up.
Okay.
Yeah, give it to Jayne.
Okay. And what he does
Show it.
in there is he'll tell you what
Vitamins.
Okay.
fruits and juices, or fruits and vegetables work to target a certain ailment. So you can,
That's nice.
yes, you can target anything that you want there, make it up. And then you get books like this, Miracle Soups, and it'll tell you what's good in the vegetables and how they can help you. This particular machine, because it is so strong, 2 horsepower, and has a 64-ounce container, you can put a lot of fruits and vegetables in there to make a very delicious drink. I tend not to mix very many vegetables with my fruit juice or very many fruits with my vegetable juices. They just have a different makeup to them, so I think that they're best separated. In fact, there are some people that believe that you should do fruits in the morning and vegetables in the afternoon, and that's the way they.
But it's personal preference.
It is personal preference.
Because I try to jam as many vegetables in there as I
Yes.
can. Still have it taste good.
Right. Well, it's and in the vegetable juice, because there's not too much sweetness in there, it's always good, or it makes the juice more acceptable to many if you put some grapes or some pineapple in there just to sort of sweeten it up.
Do you drink it in place of a meal or between meals?
I juice every morning. I make a container of this. My wife gets some, and I get the rest.
Now, do you eat in addition to
Sounds like my
to
house.
drinking? Do you have breakfast also, or is that your breakfast?
That is pretty much my breakfast.
Breakfast, okay.
My breakfast consists basically of a grapefruit and about 16 ounces of juice, and then I take what's left, put it in a jar, a bottle, and take it off to work. I'll drink one during the morning before lunch, and then I'll have some crackers or whatever in another juice in the afternoon for
Okay.
lunch, and then after that.
Then you have your supper at night, regular
Yep.
supper.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I started adding chia seeds to it, it really there's a lot of fiber in chia seeds, so I really don't feel hungry between meals, which is really nice. And when you do feel hungry, you take 2 or 3 sips of juice, and you're ready to go again.
So it'll help some people to lose some weight.
It'll help some
It's a good
people
benefit.
to lose some weight
Yeah.
and to also be regular people. And,
Okay, that's good too.
But you have to drink it
yes.
soon after you make
Yes.
it, though, because it does
the-
oxidize.
Yes, the fruit juices are most vulnerable and need to be refrigerated after they're made, and are best if you drink them in 4 to 6 hours, but within 24 hours. Your vegetable drinks will probably keep about 4 days because there's no preservatives in them, and as Jayne mentioned, they do oxidize. And after
pretty
they've
ugly.
been broken down into the cellular form, they oxidize a lot quicker. One of the things that we really don't, pretty much nobody drinks the recommended amount of water and gets that moisture into them. Well, fruits and vegetables are made up of so much water that these count very heavily in your favor for the liquid intake that you need each
That's
day.
good. That's
It's
another
an
good
easy-
benefit.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to get that.
Very good.
I have read about through Andrew Weil, and he likes to put lemon in most of his drinks and on a lot of his food. So what I'll do is I'll quickly make a lemon drink, and what we're going to show you here tonight is how easy it is to use this Vitamix and how with a little bit of planning, we're going to do 3 different things tonight. We're going to make some lemon. I don't call it lemonade because it's not sweet enough for people that think of lemonade as being sweet, but I call it lemon water. And in that lemon water, we're going to have lemon, ginger root, and a little bit of honey. And I personally could drink it without any honey, but most people like to have just a little taste of sweetness in it. Also, as a runner, it does help you to have some of those sugars in your system when you go out there for the carbohydrates to.
So they drink this lemon water. Is there a benefit to it? Did you said he drinks
yes,
it?
Lemon. Alkaline, right?
Yes, lemon, although it's a citric fruit, is supposed to help your body fight your internal inflammations and to be more of a neutral pH of 7. Help you reach that. So I'll put this up here, and if Jayne, you can hand me a thing of water. We'll.
Now, what kind of water do you use? Do you just use tap water, or do you filter
water.
it?
And what I do, because we have city water, I will draw off a container of water and leave it sit for the day, 4 to 6 hours, to let any of the chlorine be able to breathe out of it.
Okay.
You don't have a Brita?
We do. No, we don't have a Brita, but we do take bottled water sometimes. But the chlorine in the water does have some good benefits to it when you're washing and stuff, that it keeps a lot of the bacteria out of it. And, but I like to on the
not
water,
for drinking. Chlorine's not good for drinking.
Right, but they're not supposed to have enough in the water to.
They
have
say,
it.
yeah.
So that's why I draw it off, say 6 hours ahead of time, let it breathe, because once exposed to the air, the chlorine dissipates pretty quickly. So, so that things would move along, I did prepare things. You can see the ginger root and the lemon here, and we'll just drop them
you
in.
leave the skin on it.
Yes, the skin on it, and whatever seeds are in there, they'll stay on there too.
It's the magic potion.
And honey, as we find out, as they're able to do more, test things smaller and smaller, what have you, they find more good things in honey and organic fruits that they could never measure before. So there are those that believe that you should get local honey. It helps you with your allergies and
yes,
so,
that's true.
So we're just going to squirt a little bit of honey in there, and when we start this up, this has a variable speed and a high speed. We start on, for a drink like this, we start on a low variable speed, and we just turn it on. As soon as it comes on, we move it up to the high, and then we click it on to high speed.
Not very loud. I thought it was going to be louder than that. That's good.
So you can see how the lemon foams up, and we have a couple cups here, and we'll give anybody in the studio that wants to have a little taste.
You want to try it?
Cheers.
Cheers.
See, that's what I keep forgetting to put in, is the honey.
There you go.
Okay.
So it has ground up the brine. It's ground up the seeds and loosened up all of the fiber that was in there. We'll just
You want to stick it right back in the bottle?
we'll put it right back in the bottle.
So you drink this every day, or what?
Well, I have this in the refrigerator all the time,
Okay.
and as soon as I get up in the morning, this is the first thing I drink. I go down and do a a qigong, which is sort of a meditation.
Right.
And then I drink about 12 ounces of this. When you drink water without having food in your stomach, the water gets into your system, goes right into your bloodstream, and hydrates you quicker than when your body has to extract it out of a meal. So
It's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's very good. It's not bitter or anything like that. The little bit of honey doesn't make it sweet, but takes away the bitterness.
Honey's
Right.
good.
Very good.
So I drink that every day. It's everything.
So one jug like that.
I don't drink a whole jug each day because just it doesn't work out that way. I'll drink 20 ounces or more of that each day, along with the juice. But what I choose to believe is that that helps me stay alkaline and helps to keep the inflammation out of my body, even though I'm running, and that builds up some inflammation in there.
So basically, it's a lemon that does that, huh?
Yes, that's everything I read. That's
I know
right.
ginger's good for
Grapefruit, too, is
digestion.
supposed to be alkaline
Right.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I understand from everything that I read.
And the ginger's good for digestion, right?
The
So-
ginger is also good for
What else?
digestion and any sort of if you get motion sickness, it's supposed to help you there. But yeah, digestion and inflammation.
Inflammation too?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yeah, ginger has a lot of good qualities. So I usually put a little bit of ginger root in everything that I make. In a minute, you'll see now we're not even going to clean that container out, and we're going to make you some applesauce
Okay.
here in a minute. The applesauce will be made with the whole apple, skin and all. The beauty of this is that it will make it a very nice, smooth applesauce, and it'll be applesauce like you've never tasted before.
Wow. Aren't we lucky?
You are.
Should
good.
people use only organic fruit for their juices or what?
Well, in an ideal world, I would say yes.
right.
If you were going to say what fruits and vegetables should I lean mostly to if I was going to get some organic and some not, anything that you eat the skin, I would say. So
Right.
if you have
Well, it's the dirty dozen. Remember
yes.
what they said?
Yep. So if you're peeling off like the pineapple and the banana, although there are advantages to organic all the way along because they get more nutrition coming
Right.
up through their roots. Just the fact that you're going to throw away the peel on those type of fruits and vegetables makes it a little less necessary to get the
And those pesticides
Sides
and everything.
off.
But I think it's mostly the berries, right?
right.
The
Well,
berries.
it's the berries, celery, apples,
Yep.
anything with a thin skin.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, anything with thin skin.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Okay.
So anyhow, in an ideal world, the answer to that question, yes, do organic.
they could afford it all,
in an
yeah.
ideal world, grow your own.
Right,
Yeah,
even more
exactly.
ideal. Yeah. Hey, you never know. Someday.
Well, that's the other nice thing about juicing is that you control what goes into it. No preservatives, no nothing you can't pronounce.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good point.
So you have complete control. And if we had somebody, say we were making this juice for a half a dozen people, we had somebody that was allergic to strawberries, but we still wanted to put them in, you give them some juice before you put the strawberries in. And that's, it makes it easy. You can just get out there and experiment, find out something that you really need more vitamin C, or you need more of one thing. You just put those particular fruits or vegetables that do that in there.
So bottom line, what are the benefits of juicing?
The benefits of juicing are, particularly this way, ease. the some of the fruits that you fruits or vegetables that you might juice, you might go over to your bowl of fruits or and say, geez, this has got too many bruises on it, I'm not going to eat this, and just throw it out. Well, when you juice, you can cut those spots out, and the whole the other 2/3 of the fruit that is still good right in there, and juice it. If you're doing a vegetable juice and are using onions, you know, when you cut up an onion to put someplace, you usually end up with the ends of the onion that you can't use. Well, when you juice, you can stick those right in the juicer and get all the benefit of onion.
Peter doesn't waste anything. Have you noticed?
Well, that is also interesting that you bring that up, because at the end, when you clean out the Vitamix with the container of water that you use, I take it outside and pour it on the plants. So
that's nice.
That's a good idea.
Yep. So they're nice and lush and green.
Should everyone juice?
I believe everybody should. I have not found anybody that I could say I shouldn't juice. And
I don't see why.
When you think about it, when you start off as a baby, you know, you have to have things very smooth and stuff, and if you live long enough, you get back to needing a juicer again.
yeah, exactly. Well, I think.
But it does. It really breaks the food down so finely that your body it does 90% more of the work than what you do with your teeth and that.
Right.
So.
Well, I think the biggest complaint people have is that it's too expensive and it takes too long.
Well,
and it's too much. And
right.
But it's not.
I've heard those complaints about it, and I personally don't believe it. It does take time because you are doing all the processing of the fruit and the vegetable. You have to clean it, you have to peel it, so that does take time. But with a little bit of forethought, as we're showing tonight, if you had a little bit of time, you could make this juice. Once I put it in the refrigerator, it'll last all week because the lemon's not, what's it going to do, get sour? No. But it'll last all week in the refrigerator if you don't drink it. It's fine. Vegetables, like I said, they'll probably, sometimes I think they actually taste a little bit better the next day as the vegetables all sort of blend together. It's like if you've ever made a homemade soup. Sometimes it tastes one way the night that you make it, and then the next day when you heat it up, you go, is this yesterday's soup?
Right, you're right.
So it's very good at breaking down the food for you into the most usable form for you. And if you didn't have time in the morning to do it, one of the things that I did when I was single is when I'd make all of that, I would make a container, take a container and freeze it.
I was going to ask you that. Can you freeze it? That was my next question. Yeah, you can.
Freeze it, and when I get home from work, I would take that container out, put it in the refrigerator, and in the morning, I would put the frozen stuff back in the Vitamix. It would be still frozen, but it would be at a consistency that I could easily put a knife through it, add some more liquid, a couple of new fresh fruits, and then I've got my drink in a matter of minutes that way.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah, it's very easy to do. Another thing about juicing is it's a very lean time of year right now for fruits and vegetables. But with juicing, once you get to know what fruits and vegetables freeze and freeze well, you can put them up in your freezer and try and make it through from January till June.
Bananas. Bananas are the best.
And actually the bananas, when you talk about bananas being the best, with the Vitamix, you can't make, you'll never have a better banana ice cream than what you can make with the Vitamix. Because
I've never done that.
Because you just use bananas, coconut, and walnuts, and that's it.
Wow.
You freeze your bananas and put a couple of unfrozen ones in there down near the blade to get it started, and then the other ones, and no additives, no nothing, and that's the best ice cream you're going to have. So.
Wow.
Does juicing help the body to get rid of some disease?
Yes, and in that juicing encyclopedia, they target.
You can hold it now.
Yeah, because I'm not on camera.
In this book,
Hold it up, Pete.
in this book, it will, if you have anything you want to target, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, it'll tell you what fruits, which vegetables to use. So, for my running in particular, I use the bananas for my potassium, and then the apples for they're supposed to have good stuff in them for breathing in your lungs. There's some pear usually in my juice. Pears are another good juice for morning sickness if you're pregnant. Pear juice is supposed to be
Don't have
good.
to worry about that.
So the next thing we'll show you now, we haven't cleaned out, and usually I would move along a little bit quicker on this, but we haven't cleaned out the container yet, and now we're going to make some applesauce.
All right, tell them you're going to stand up because.
I'm going to stand up now.
Yeah, because last time they chopped your head off.
Well,
You zipped right up there.
You zipped right up and.
okay. So,
No warning.
So I have some. Apples already cut. You tend to. You can see I cut these into pieces, and as far as apples go, we use everything except for the seeds in the apple.
Any kind of apples?
Any kind of apples, and I think the applesauce comes out best if you use a variety in there. But if you have an apple that you just absolutely love, do this. My mother just passed in September, but I would make her applesauce. It made it easy for her to. She was almost 92.
Wow.
She used to say that I would come over and vitamize her. So I would make her applesauce. It made it easy for her to take her medication, and she just really loved it. I don't know how many people are out there with the raw food diets and stuff, but the nice thing about this machine is it looks pretty loaded here, but it's so powerful that it will take. And there's I think I have 4 apples, big apples in there that we're going to make applesauce out of tonight. But it'll take these and make it down to a couple cups of applesauce in no time. And if you like it a little chunkier, you'd keep a few pieces, if you like chunky applesauce, you'd keep a few pieces of applesauce out after you get it blended down. Then you just throw them in on the slower speed. That's the beauty of this being a variable speed. So again, we just turn it on, start it on slow. We take this off and put the plunger in. We'll run it up to the highest speed.
Poor thing. So
there
what
we go.
You cored the apple, right? You took out
cored.
the center with the seeds, and everything else goes in.
But then we cut right around, so there's only about that much of the apple, just literally where where the seeds are that doesn't go in.
Okay.
And
Because the
if
seeds
it
have
hasn't,
arsenic in them, don't they? So you want
yeah,
to
it's
stay
either
away.
arsenic or cyanide. I can never remember which
Really?
one.
I think it's arsenic in
Yeah.
apple seeds.
How about that?
It's just there's just trace elements, traces of it in
Yeah.
there. But if you're doing one every day, I feel like why
Yeah.
Right.
why take the chance? So again, we'll if you just give me a
Oh,
cup.
that's all you do, just apples. That's it, huh?
That's
Nothing
it.
else.
And
I bet a pear would taste good in there too, huh?
well, you're making me come clean. There is a little pear in there.
Oh, okay.
The
I saw you slip one in there, Pete.
the pear gives a little bit more sweetness to it
Thank you.
and just a little more taste. And for you people that bake, whenever you have a recipe that calls for oil, you can substitute the same amount of applesauce for the oil in the recipe.
Really?
You're
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, right.
You're good at that.
Yeah, for
For-
dieting. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can make if the brownies call for a quarter of a cup of oil, instead we use
The
fresh
applesauce.
applesauce.
That's good. Isn't that good, huh?
Yeah, and actually, if you wanted to add any
Oh, yeah.
seasoning,
Oh, yeah, a little cinnamon.
Little cinnamon.
uh,
Just a smidge.
cinnamon,
Oh, okay.
well, you might not know, but it helps your body regulate your blood sugar. So if you have anything sweet with a lot of sugars in it, it'll help your body just keep a nice smooth with the blood sugars instead of getting the spikes.
Now, do you buy organic cinnamon, or do you just get any kind of cinnamon?
Organic.
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 So job lot cinnamon's not going to work.
You know,
wish
you
the
do
audience-
have to fight your battles, but you know, when you can hedge your bet, I do use this every day in my smoothie.
Yeah, I do too.
So
Well, we can tell our audience that it's delicious. I wish you could have some,
We got to do more
There you
shows
go.
like this.
but it's
More food
it's really
shows.
good. We're taking care of our cameramen too,
Right.
so everybody's enjoying it.
so normally I would empty a little bit more of that out of there, but you can see it is very good.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
got all of the nutrition that normally, if you make applesauce the old-fashioned way with the Foley mill,
Oh, yeah,
where
that's
you-
what I used to do. What
Yeah,
a pain
where-
in the neck that is.
where you
Hey,
boil it all out of there, and then
Then-
you leave the skin and everything. You
sorry.
throw that out. Well, all that's in there, and that's why it tastes so good.
And plus, you're not cooking it. And
Right.
when you cook it, that takes away some of the nutrition too. Now, you could probably freeze this,
You could freeze that.
couldn't you?
You could freeze that, but it doesn't last long enough in my house too.
Yeah,
So
that and the peanut butter.
I find that applesauce in a jar. If it's unsweetened
Sitting.
applesauce, if it's unsweetened
You gotta
applesauce,
tell 'em.
it's not really sweet enough. And if it's sweetened, it's so sweet with the fructose corn syrup in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. That's like
That was
ah.
delicious.
So, but this was like just right. Wasn't too
Yeah.
sweet and it wasn't too sour. For Goldilocks, it was just right.
It tasted like a real apple.
Yeah.
there you go.
Imagine that.
Really, really good.
And it's really good to bake with.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
So if it calls for a half a cup of
oil.
you
can
use a half a cup of okay.
applesauce.
So the same. Okay.
So how does juicing and running fit together for you?
Well, for me, I used to, when I started juicing, I would just make juice and whatever I wanted to throw in there. Sometime we'd call it Musco juice or Musco soup. We look in the refrigerator or on the counter and say, geez, those have been around for a while. this Musco
I
and the
just got
juice.
it. Let's go.
So,
Yeah.
but as far as running goes, your body needs, depending on how far you're going to run, your body needs different nutrition to fuel it along the way. Basically, carbohydrates are only stored in our bloodstream and our muscles. And no matter how fit you are, you can only store about 1,800 calories of carbohydrates. That's why before they came up with all the sports drinks and what have you, the marathoners would hit the wall, they would call it. And that's where your body runs out of carbohydrates, which is your jet fuel, and starts fueling itself either on your protein or your fat. And the conversion, your body's turning that into the sugars that it needs, or the carbohydrates that it needs to get out of there to fuel you. And that conversion's very slow. And so as you run, you try and get your body trained so that you don't use up all your carbohydrates too quickly. What juicing has done for me is when I'm going to run a long race, a half marathon or a marathon, I will at first, about 3 hours before the race, drink some of the lemon water. Give my body a half hour to get that into my bloodstream and hydrate me, so that my blood will hold more carbs for me. And then I will drink about 16 to 20 ounces of the juice, which will have extra banana in it. It'll have extra ginger in it. It'll have apples, pineapple, so I can have the bromelain helping me fight any inflammation in there as it arises. It'll have chia seeds in it. It'll have flaxseed in it. All this stuff that will target just what you need as a runner to sort of build your body back up as you're beating it up on the run. As you run, you become more acidic inside. So I have gotten away from any of the sports drinks, and I use I'll put a little extra honey in the water on a race day, and chia seeds.
Okay.
And as I'm running along, I will I have a what they call a fuel belt for the longer races, and in a half marathon, I will have 2 6-ounce bottles of honey water with chia seeds in them, and that gets me through them. And in a marathon, I'll have 4 of those.
And the chia seeds don't get all gelled up on you?
They do, and that's part of the beauty of them.
Really, you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're it's kind of like becomes sort of a tapioca consistency.
Yeah.
So, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem when you are running. So.
All right, so most of our runners are probably not runners, so
Everybody should be.
we're
animals at heart.
Or walkers.
Well, walkers
good
are runners.
too.
Yeah.
We are animals at heart, and we're built to move around. And as you get to middle age, which I think we're all pretty close.
Did he look at you?
Yeah, yeah.
We're all pretty close
Thanks a
to middle
lot.
age here. I think we have to
one side or the other.
Yeah, really.
we have to do our part. We can't. A lot of things that we could get away with in our younger days, we now have to work a little bit harder just to stay even.
Yeah, we know that, don't we?
So,
All right, so what about your average person who doesn't run and so forth, so on? And
well,
they can do this, I mean, for
yes,
dieting, and they
yes,
can
dieting,
health and
Just overall
diseases,
nutrition.
everything, right?
Yes.
So you don't have to be a runner.
No, you don't have to.
the
I want you to know that, yeah.
Again, I would point out that look at the food pyramid.
Right.
And what's down at the bottom, building the base, is the grains, the nuts, the berries, the fruits, and the vegetables. And look in the bowl and say to yourself, am I going to eat all of that today? It's much easier to drink it. As you've seen, you probably ate a quarter of an apple in that applesauce that you
Quarter
had.
or quart?
A quarter.
Quarter, oh, okay.
And you had about 4 ounces of lemon water there, and so you feel you're not feeling thirsty, even though
Nope.
we're under the bright lights here.
Yes. Now, you don't put grains in there, do you? Grains
Yes.
themselves, actually?
Well,
Like-
I consider the chia
Quin-
seeds and flax seeds sort
Oh,
of a
that.
grain.
Oh,
Right.
okay. I'm thinking like
So what about
quinoa or
nuts?
buckwheat.
I put cashews in there.
I put nuts in my vegetables. I don't put
Oh,
nuts
okay.
in with my fruit.
Okay.
I just don't. I haven't found that they've enhanced the taste at all. They tend to make it a thicker, which is more what I think of in a vegetable juice drink and or a soup.
So what would you put in a vegetable juice drink? Your typical.
Well, in a vegetable juice or soup, I usually start with 3 or 4 tomatoes, and then some spinach, some onion, some garlic at times, unless the crowd doesn't want some. I like carrots, and I've actually started experimenting on a drink, a green running drink, where I'll put celery in there because celery helps your blood vessels dilate and keep your blood
Has
pressure
a lot
down.
of salt in it, doesn't
Yeah,
That's
it?
good.
Celery
some
does?
natural salts in it too. So,
That's good. That's
Yeah.
very good.
so helps lower your blood pressure and give you the sodium that you need. So the next thing we'll make, and we did not clean the container out again with the applesauce. The next what we'll make is a fruit smoothie, and basically in the fruit smoothie tonight, we're going to have everything that's in the bowl, plus a little kale, and
Wow, look at all
Look
Look at
that.
that bevy of beauties.
That looks good.
So if you look, and I add a little bit of fluid to my my drink when I'm going in there.
What's the fluid?
This is orange juice.
Oh, okay.
I notice you're using all glass bottles. That's very good. We don't have to worry about any leaching.
Right. And then this is just the ginger root and flaxseed and chia seeds that are ground up. I grind them right in the Vitamix, and I will grind up enough to put in my juices for about a week. I
Really?
believe.
The ginger too?
No, I cut the ginger root every day.
Oh, okay. So what did you say was in there?
The
Chia.
ginger root was in there just because.
Chia
Oh,
and
okay.
The
flax.
ginger,
Okay.
I put the ginger root in there just as I needed a container to put
Oh,
it
for
in.
tonight. Okay.
So, but I will grind up chia seeds and flax seeds together, and enough to just pour some in. In your fruit smoothies and your vegetable smoothies, if you're the type of person that has a desire to put in protein powders or energy powders or a lot of that processed stuff, now's the time to do it. You put it in before you put in all the actual fruits. But you can see we have strawberries in here, and my wife likes to show that we put the strawberries in with the green on it and all, for all of the nutrition that's in the green, that if you're
Never knew that.
if you're eating it, if you're eating strawberries, you just throw away. So
We have berries too, like or grapes, or what is that?
those are grapes.
Grapes.
And
Mango.
mangoes in there. Basically everything
Pineapple?
you see in the
Oh, in the
everything you
bowl.
see in the bowl, plus a few surprise or extras.
Yeah, berries are very nice.
Goes in
The thing you want to do, if you're, as I mentioned a little bit before, was learn the fruits that freeze well, and one that you wouldn't think or might not think freezes well, but really does freeze well, are bananas. So you'd wash them and put them in the freezer
In
ready.
the skin or without?
Without the skin.
Without
Just
skin,
peel
yeah.
them. Everything you put in the freezer as a fruit, if you're going to juice it, have it ready to juice. And one of the things that you want to do, or what I found very helpful when I freeze the fruit, is I'll put it on a regular dinner plate and put it in the freezer so it's separated for an hour or so that when you put it in the bag, it doesn't all just stick together and come out as a one big clump. It comes out. So on the bananas, I'll break them in half before I put them in there. And tonight, the vegetable of choice is going to be kale. I grew kale this year, and this is still out in the garden. So
Wow.
this was picked today.
Yeah, we have, things are still growing, I noticed outside. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be, next week might be all it gets, but all it can stand, because I guess it's going to get a little cold. So we're expecting that the Vitamix, we won't need to tamper on this, because we have fluids and stuff in the bottom.
Do you need water?
Nope, we have the juice
Orange
down
juice.
here, but you can see it's pretty full. In other demonstrations, they might say they do it without fluid, but they'll pack a bunch of ice on top of it. It makes it a little bit colder, and it actually gives you your fluid in the end anyhow. So we'll see right now whether this...
So you don't need, see, I usually fill it all the way up to cover the fruit, with water.
No.
You don't do that?
No,
Okay.
just maybe about a cup and a half of water, or fluid in the bottom. You can put water because you've got all the taste, and if it comes out thicker than you like, just add more
I don't like
water.
it too thick.
Yeah.
It's too hard to drink.
Add more water. A lot of times at home, I will add yogurt to it and make it a real smoothie. So again, we've got it on variable low. We're going to turn it on, run it right up to high speed. When it pulls all this stuff down, pick it up to high speed.
What's making it that orange color?
I'm going to say we had oranges in it tonight.
Yeah, but it's, I think, the grapes and all that, too.
It never comes out that color.
No?
That's pretty.
We have about 5 minutes left. Can you believe it? 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left.
5 minutes.
All right.
Time to drink our smoothie. Maybe get another couple of questions in there.
Looks good.
See the benefits of being a cameraman? There you go. Okay. Do you want some? Okay, here we go.
To your health,
Cheers.
Rosie.
Yes. It's good.
Good.
Good blend. Like it?
You're not even on camera. Oh, there you are.
So it's juicing is sort of like running. It all starts with the first step, the first juice, and there's no substitute for good tools in your kitchen. The Vitamix, if you keep it out and use it, will be one of your favorite kitchen machines, and it will help you to maintain good health. I've been told that by the time somebody's 60, they're usually on 2 or 3 prescription meds. My father's 95. I make juice for him and leave it at his house frozen, and he has a juice every day, and he's on no prescription meds at 95. So.
Yay!
That's terrific.
So we do believe in it, and we do try and do our part to maintain our health from here on out. So, have any questions?
Okay. Well, okay, if they are not able to get a Vitamix, they can use a regular one, but they don't get the same benefits as far as the fiber and so forth. They have to peel everything, right?
Well, yeah,
But they should still try to do it anyway, right, for their health. I mean, this is
True.
the main thing.
True.
We want.
Exactly.
One-
Any kind of blender, whatever you can
anything,
afford.
just get it in there. Start with something. See how good it can taste. The cameraman, we can actually give you more, so you don't have to lick the bottom of the.
Cameraman is enjoying it. We got some more after the show.
Yeah.
We got-
But
Okay, 2 minutes left.
You can have you can doctor it to any way you want. If it's too thick, you add more water.
Right.
You want it less grainy, add some yogurt, more bananas, more mango. You can really doctor it to it however suits your taste.
Now, do you do an all vegetable one too?
I do, but most of the vegetable stuff that I do, I do it as a soup. And
Oh, okay.
maybe we can do one in the future where we can show you that we just let this run for about 6 minutes, and soup gets hot, but
Okay.
it doesn't go over 140 degrees, so you get to have hot soup, but it's still like eating a raw diet.
There was a lady at a health fair, she's a friend of mine, who did green drinks. Now, I can't remember what she used for a blender. I really don't remember, not at all. But she did like all green drinks that were very, very good too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
We've only got about a minute left. Is there any last thing you'd like to leave the audience with? Any last words?
Well, I've enjoyed my juicing journey, and I hope it lasts for another 40 or so years.
Yes,
And,
that would be
That's
nice,
right.
right?
so,
And,
here's
and
to,
this is what you should be doing, is sharing it with people
Right.
and,
Yep.
you know,
You know,
sharing information.
They say it's just like the old fishing saying that, you know, feed a man a fish and you fed him for a night, teach him how to fish, and
Exactly.
you fed him for a
Exactly, yep.
lifetime. So we're trying to tell anybody that juicing works. You know, some of the stuff you have to, when you're 30 years old, nobody says, once he know what he's talking about. But if you're still able to get out there and run marathons and keep the weight off when you're 60, you start getting some.
Yeah, a little clout there,
Yeah.
huh?
So,
I have
so
been
at
here.
80, I'll be doing this hopefully.
Yeah.
And have a
Hopefully
little
we'll
more
be
clout.
doing this too.
Yes. Well, okay, we're out of time, so we're going to give your information if they want to contact you to get some more information about juicing. So I think it's the in thing to do. For Peter Olsen, for more information, please email him at WHERESPETER now. That's Where's Peter Now at Lycos, LYCOS.com.
And just put in the subject juicing.
Yeah, put juicing in the subject line so he won't discard your email.
Right.
And he'll help you with whatever he can. And to learn more information about this show or any of our past shows, please contact us at healoutsidethebox@yahoo.com, or to reach me, Rosemary Lachance, phone 203-627-7966, or you get on my website at www.rosemarylachance.com.
Or to reach me, Jayne Power. You can call me at 860-664-0174, or my email address is janepower@hotmail.com.
And we are also on Facebook under Healing Outside the Box. Please visit us there.
And they can see past shows too, right?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Our quote for tonight is from the Book of Courage, and it is, "Our heart always tells us if we are on track. An expanding heart means that we are living up to our highest goals. A contracting heart means we are run by our ego, our little self. So keep that heart open and make it expand always." Thank you for being with us tonight. We really enjoyed it. Thank you, Peter. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Peter.
Yeah, it was a joy.
Good night.
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 As you look out through the window to the world you have made, always know you are the vision